What if I told you that a simple $25 habit could completely transform your relationship with money? Stay with me, because this isn't another save more, spend less lecture that assumes you have cash to work with. Being broke isn't just your bank balance, it's the constant mental math. Checking your account before ordering a coffee, adding groceries in your head as you walk the aisles, making excuses to skip dinner plans because admitting you can't afford it again feels like a failure. And everyone's advice is the same. Just budget better, cut the lattes. Thanks for the revolutionary insight. But what I'm sharing today actually works. It's ridiculously simple. And I call it the $25 rule. Before you click away, consider this. In 2025, 48% of Gen Z is living paycheck to paycheck. That's nearly half of all young adults struggling because they're spending almost double what they earn. They want to save. 72% of them took active steps to improve their money situation last year. They're trying. They're just approaching it wrong. Because nobody teaches you how to build a saving habit from absolute zero. This isn't about math. It's about reprogramming your brain. Let's get real about the financial landscape. The average Gen Z person carries over $94,000 in personal debt. 41% literally cannot handle a $2,000 emergency. The culprit? Financial avoidance. People are so stressed they just stop looking at their accounts, letting debt grow like mold in the dark. And here's what nobody talks about. 70 million Americans are doing gig work. That's 36% of the workforce. Their income isn't stable. It's chaos. $200 one week, $1,500 the next. Your brain can't budget unpredictability, so that classic 50-30-20 rule, useless. When you're broke, there's no 30% for wants. It's 95% for needs and 5% for praying your car doesn't break down. Here's what happens when you try traditional advice while you're broke. You set up that responsible automatic transfer. 20% goes to savings. 3 days later, you need gas. 5 days later, a forgotten subscription hits. You transfer the money back, feeling like a complete failure. You've just proven to yourself you can't save. The shame spiral begins. Or the advice to build a 6-month emergency fund. Great advice, but it's like telling someone who can't swim to complete a triathlon. The advice isn't wrong, it's just not step one. This is what we're fighting, not math, psychology. So here's the rule, stupidly simple. Every time you receive any payment, paycheck, gig earnings, birthday money, you put $25 into a separate savings account. That's it. I can hear the skepticism. $25? That's the secret? Yes, because this isn't about the $25. This is about hacking your brain. Here's how to do it. 1. Open a new savings account. It must start at zero. Fresh start. Give it a name that means something. The Vault, Freedom Fund, Finally Not Broke account. 2. Choose a threshold. This is the minimum payment that triggers your deposit. For gig work, maybe it's every time you make over $150 in a shift. 3, and this is the most critical part, do not automate it. You need to manually transfer that $25 every single time. You need to feel it, to watch the number grow, to create the neural pathway that says, I just got paid, now I save. Do this repeatedly. Hit your threshold 3 times in 1 week, that's $75 of real money, money that you didn't have before. And for those of you calculating that $25 a week is only $100 a month, you're right. You know what else is? It's infinitely more than the zero you're saving now. It's also the habit. Once you're comfortable with $25 disappearing, you start wondering, could I do $35? Maybe $50 on a good week? I've seen people go from saving nothing to $200 a month, just by starting here. There's another side to this. Financial literacy scores for Gen Z are at 38%. That's a failing grade. Yet over 5 million freelancers are earning over $100,000 a year. These aren't trust fund kids. They're gig workers who started small. What separates them? Confidence. Financial confidence built by proving to themselves they could save $25 consistently. Research on gig workers found that those with even $500 in savings were 3 times more likely to scale their income the next year. Why? They had breathing room. They could take risks. They could turn down bad clients. The $25 rule creates that breathing room. This is about the confidence shift. Someone messaged me who saved $1,200 in 7 months with this rule. Not life-changing money, but for the first time in their adult life, they went to dinner and just ordered. They didn't check their bank account. They didn't calculate the menu. That's freedom. Let's break down the psychology of why this works when everything else fails. First, it's simple enough to remember and small enough to start. Your brain is exhausted. You can't calculate 20% of variable income every week, but you can remember $25. It's not zero, so you feel productive. It's not huge, so you don't feel deprived. Small, consistent actions build stronger habits than large, irregular ones. Eventually, getting paid triggers the thought, $25 to savings. It becomes automatic. Second, it gamifies the experience. Starting at 0 and watching that number climb, 25, 50, 125, triggers the same part of your brain that loves leveling up in a video game. You see progress. You get invested. You start protecting that number. Chaos doesn't motivate. Progress does. Third, it's zero risk and completely flexible. This is critical when you're broke. The money isn't locked away. If your car breaks down, you can use it. No penalty, no shame. Handle the emergency, then start rebuilding. I've seen people do this cycle 3 or 4 times a year. Each time, they rebuild faster because the habit is stronger. They know they can. Fourth, and this is the real transformation, it changes your identity. When you're broke, you think of yourself as someone who can't save. I'm bad with money. That story becomes your reality. But when you succeed at this for a few weeks, the story changes. You become someone who saves, someone who has a savings account. A different identity leads to different actions. You start looking for that extra shift because you want to hit your threshold again. Another person messaged me. They saved $2,000 in 8 months. Their laptop died. They pulled $1,400 from savings, bought a refurbished one, and still had $600 left. They said the crazy part wasn't having the money. It was how calm they felt. No panic, just, okay, I'll handle this. That's what financial confidence looks like. So let's get specific. Here's your action plan. Step 1. Open that new account right now. Not tomorrow, 5 minutes. Start at 0. Name it. Step 2. Decide your threshold. Be specific. Step 3. Make your first deposit. $25 right now. Prove to yourself you can do it. The hardest part is starting. Step 4. Track it. Check in weekly. Watch it grow, feel good about it. Associate saving with positive feelings, not deprivation. And here's what not to do. Don't compare your $200 to someone else's $50,000. You're competing with the version of you from last month who had 0. Don't get discouraged if you have to withdraw money for an emergency. That's what it's for. You're not failing, you're succeeding at what savings is supposed to do. And don't wait until you're making more money. That day never comes. Start now with what you have. This is level 1. Build the habit. Level 2, increase the amount when you can. Level 3, build to a $2,000 emergency fund. That's where the stress really starts to drop. Level 4, push for 3 months of expenses. It might take a year. That's okay. You're building security, not racing. I won't tell you this rule will make you rich. It won't. But if you are broke, living paycheck to paycheck, and have never been able to build savings, this works. The difference between having 0 and having $500
isn't $500. It's the difference between panic and peace, between feeling screwed and feeling like you can handle it, between feeling like a failure and feeling like you're finally in control. In 2025, almost half of young adults can't cover a small emergency. Don't be in that half. Start with $25. Build the habit, watch it grow, prove to yourself you can do this, because you absolutely can. The question isn't whether this rule works. The question is whether you're going to try it.